Alright, what's happening, peeps? As promised, back. It's cold out. Like I mentioned in yesterday's vlog, it would be. I think this one will come out the day after. So you're probably looking at, you see this on release day. It's the day after. So it's about 33. Yeah, it's about 33 out here. And we're gonna get started with today's vlog. Silent Thriller IRL. We walking. Oh, I should have put my skull cap on. This is a perfect day for it. Know down in the comments what's your favorite weather. Do you like warm weather? Do you prefer colder weather? Do you like something, you like a temperate, moderate type of weather? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I really messed up. I'm not grabbing my skull cap. But there's no turning back now. I'll have to suffer through it. Be real out here. So although I prefer temperature to be about a 67, 68, 69, I do still like this weather when it's colder. We don't get it that often in the southern United States. At least this far down south. And I turned the corner and it just got about, it feels like 6-7 degrees colder. And you know how you're walking along a line and it's blocked by buildings. And once you're from out the cover of those buildings, the wind hits you. Oh, my ears. So cold. Not super cold. Some of you, this is nothing at all. But this, like I said, I don't get it that often. But my ears are cold. I'm really wishing I had that skull cap. So there's no snow here, but I remember I was riding to school one time on a motorcycle, and it wasn't snowing, but it had, I think the ground was kind of icy, and I ended up, or it was really windy, something like that, and I was like, I got about maybe halfway to school, or no, not quite halfway, and I turned it around and said, this is too dangerous for me to keep going, so I turned around, went and parked my motorcycle, and then I think I got an Uber to wherever I was going. I think I was headed to class or something. So the lesson there is don't ride your motorcycle on ice in the icy weather. Unless you got like some kind of specialized motorcycle, specialized tires, maybe. But I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it on a regular motorcycle. All right. So it was just telling you how it went from warm yesterday to about 30 degrees colder today. It was a cold front, obviously. It rained quite a bit last night. But right now you can barely tell it rained. So that's what it is. Mother Nature Nature's fascinating like that. I ended up going to Costco twice this weekend. That's okay, because it's my favorite place to shop anyway. So tell me down in the comments, have you ever gone to your favorite place to shop more than once in the 2 to 3 day time span? Let me know. I'll walk past this dispensary when I'm doing these walks. I've been in a dispensary once. I was actually in Colorado. I don't personally partake, but it's interesting how not too long ago it was banned across all of the United States, and now it's even in the most conservative of states. I don't think it's in every state, but where I'm at is moderately conservative, and it's available. So yeah, my nose is running something serious. We're gonna walk the whole way, my usual route. Looks unusually busy this morning on this avenue. Look at this dispensary. I think I may have mentioned this before in the past blog. I don't remember, but I think this was the first time that I tried brie cheese. I think I was going to mention it in my Costco vlog, but anyway, I tried brie cheese for the first time. I got a pack of brie cheese. It had 4 different flavors. It had black truffle. It had double something, double smooth or something like that. It has smoky brie, and then I forgot the other flavor, but none of them, to me, brie, it doesn't have any flavor. It's like when I ate it, it's like where's the strong flavor? Like I like cheeses with a strong flavor, like blue cheese, Gouda, cheddar, cheeses like that, but brie doesn't have that. So what I think it does is it takes on the flavor of whatever else you eat it with. So you eat it with a cracker and something else, especially like a cracker and a jam. It's actually good that way, but eating brie by itself, it's just not, it's flavorless. So that's my spiel on that. If you eat cheese, what's your favorite cheese? And if you don't eat cheese, is it because of health? Like you don't have you have a dairy allergy? There was a time where I would avoid dairy, not because I had an allergy or anything, just because it was healthier. And I probably should still avoid it, but certain cheese I like, but I don't like American cheese. I try to avoid that like the plague. And when I was little, I would eat American cheese, but over time, your tastes change, right? So it's like I just grew up to not like it. Also, tell me in the comments, is there a food that you liked before as a child, but you don't like it now? Another example would be potted meat or Spam. I would eat them when I was little, but now I do not eat them. All right, let me know in the comments about your taste in food. How have they changed over the years? All right, so I've never lived in North Dakota, but I have visited there for a couple of weeks, and it was dead in the middle. Well, no, it wasn't the summer, but it was getting close to summer. It was like spring, but it was still, so it was considered spring where it was, but it was still cold in the mornings. Like it would be in the 30s even in the morning. If you live in a place like that, or have you visit a place like that? Also, yeah, and it was the same when I visited. I was in Latvia for a few days, and it also, and this was in the summer when I visited, and it was cold in the morning, even though it was summer. I just find that interesting. Let me know in the comments. Because on this channel, we're not just active, we're interactive. Alright, so I want to know about your hobbies. Tell me what hobbies you had as a child, but you don't have now. Tell me your hobbies now that you didn't have then. I just almost stepped in some dog food. But yeah, let me know what hobbies you had before you're an adult and now that you are an adult. I know when I was little, first I liked going outside. I just liked being outside. This was back in the 80s where you saw more children playing outside, even though it was still dangerous back then. Because you definitely had SKs, you had them out there. Oh shoot, let me walk real fast. This van is coming in hot. Alright, so yeah, I like being outside. Then then I got into video games. I played video games. I think at first I had a Nintendo. What was it called? The NES. No, I had seen Atari, but I didn't have an Atari. I saw an Atari before, or I saw other people that had an Atari. I'm trying to see, is Atari still around today? I think they are. I think they just make games. They don't make systems anymore. They just focus on the games. Like I had a Sega Genesis. There's an interesting story about Sega Genesis. How they were the pinnacle of video games in the 90s. And then, if I remember correctly, I think Sony wanted to merge with them, or before there was a PlayStation. I might be saying this wrong, but I think they wanted like a partnership, but Sega didn't want to do it. So what they ended up doing was making their own. Sony ended up making their own system, and they just overtook Sega. Anyway, my stint, my time with video games was about 10 years, from 6 to 16. Why did I stop playing video games? And I stopped because I knew that I was spending a lot of time. I would be spending, like when I play video games, I would spend hours, right? But I wanted to break the habit of playing video games, so I did. And then about 4 years later, I was gonna have a resurgence of the hobby of playing video games. I think that lasted, oh no, even before that, hold up. Yeah, I had a resurgence. Because I had Sega Genesis and I had Super Nintendo. So at 16 I stopped, and then I think at about 19 or so I was gonna have a resurgence of playing video games. I played video games for maybe a year or so, because I ended up getting a PlayStation 2 as well, but the resurgence was short-lived, and I didn't really play anymore after. I think I had 1 or 2 games on a PlayStation 2, and I called it quits again. And then, the streaming, like some years later, video game streaming took off. But I never could get back into playing video games. I tried, but I couldn't. I never took again. I guess there's still time, but I don't think it's gonna happen. My video game days are over. Been over for years now. Now, something that I still haven't quite figured out yet was in the 80s and 90s, I never knew any girls to play video games. But I didn't really know a lot of girls like that anyway. But I don't think too many girls play video games until the streaming took off. Video game streaming took off, and then all of a sudden you got a bunch of girls playing video games. So what happened? Well, we know what happened. We know, and I'm gonna leave it there. So tell me in the comments what hobbies you had as a child that you don't have now, or what hobbies you have now that you didn't have as a child. Let me know in the comment section. Alright, so this is probably the most important thing I've said before this video. It'll be the most important thing said after this video. This has been on my mind for years, and still think it holds true. So it's this. If you're 15, 16, you're a young adult, that point is like you have to do what you want to do. And I say 16 because I don't believe in infantilizing people. And in some parts of the world, you're definitely an adult at that point. In the United States, people believe in continue to infantilize you, keeping you down as a child, even into your 30s. I'm like, ridiculous. But anyway, my point is, 16, you have to do what you want to do, not what your siblings want you to do, not what your parents want you to do, not what your aunts and uncles want you to do, not what your friends want you to do. You have to do what you want to do. Because that's how you'll know your full potential. I mean, at that age, you got so much time. You got so much time to fix problems, to adjust. You know what I mean? If something doesn't work out, you got time to modify and fix the problem. So you got to do what you want to do early on. Take it from me. It's going to turn out better for you. Do what you want to do, because it's going to open up more doors for you. Open up more doors for you, because only you know you fully. Only you know what you want to do. So you have to do what you want to do. And I'm being serious. Because as time goes on and you didn't do what you wanted to do, there's probably thousands, if not millions of dollars you may have missed out on because you didn't do what you wanted to do. I didn't know it then, but I know it now. So this channel is about lessons, and that's probably the most important lesson right there. That's why I've stopped walking, because this is so important. You're a young adult, 15, 16, and trust me, you know, even before then, you know what you want to do with your life as far as career and whatnot. So if you're young, 14, 15, 16, and you happen to see this video is for you. Do what you want to do. And that's how you know your full potential into the stratosphere, the atmosphere. Silent Thriller out. Alright, peace. That'll do it for this episode of Silent Thriller IRL. Want more videos? Hit the link right there. Alright, we're gonna see you in the next video. Take care and be your best self. One day at a time, 1% better every day. Peace.